Hi everyone, I'm David Hobbs, the founder of Voyager AI Learning Solutions. At Voyager, our mission is to help teachers and schools explore AI in fun, creative, and ethical ways that truly enhance learning. One question I get all the time. I teach younger students, say 6 to 7 years old. Is there anything that ChatGPT can actually do for them? Well, the answer is yes, absolutely. You just need the right kind of activities. So in today's video, I'm going to walk through 3 simple, hands-on classroom activities you can try with your students, even the younger ones. First, we'll create your own cartoon character, where students imagine, describe, and bring a character to life through storytelling and AI-generated art. Next, we'll have a conversation with the Misunderstanding Genie, a magical, slightly confused genie who helps students learn how to give clear and specific prompts. And finally, we'll play the image generation game, where we start with a simple picture and make it wilder and more creative through iteration. Each of these activities is easy to run, full of laughter, and designed to build real AI literacy, helping students understand how these tools think and how we can communicate with them effectively. If you enjoy this content, I encourage you to like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we'll be rolling out weekly content of all things AI and education. And if you want to dive deeper, head over to the Voyager Learning Platform. It's where you'll find all of our lessons on AI in K-12 education, designed specifically for teachers and educators. The link's waiting for you in the description below. Alright, with all that said, let's get started with our first activity. Create your own cartoon character. This activity is all about unlocking your child or student's creativity, using ChatGPT to help their student create their own cartoon character. We are going to initialize this activity with a prompt that will give the context and instructions on how the AI will help co-create this character with your student. The prompt will instruct ChatGPT to ask questions about who your character is, what they look like, what they have for a job, and who their friends are. The AI will ultimately generate an image of what the character might look like and even co-create a short story with your student. The first question I'm asked is what my character's name is and what their personality's like. My character is Bernardo Bloop, a human-sized jellyfish in a human world. We go on to explore other parts of Bernardo Bloop's personality and looks. I decide he wears cool sunglasses and a top hat. He's from Wilmington, Delaware, and he has a few activities that he likes to do for fun. Oh yeah, and he works at the local bank, but has big dreams. I especially love this activity because ChatGPT really does encourage your students to be creative. Here it asks, what kind of dreams are we talking about? Does he want to explore the ocean again, become a famous athlete, start a band, or maybe do something completely new? The back and forth continues, and I decide I want Bernardo Bloop to be a hero of some kind. And maybe he can ultimately assist in a flood. ChatGPT goes on to suggest maybe he has superpowers or something, but no, he is just a regular human-sized jellyfish. But he is courageous and caring. Now the big reveal, Bernardo Bloop's short adventure story. Bernardo Bloop and the Great Wilmington Flood. One sunny morning in Wilmington, Delaware, Bernardo Bloop clocked out from the bank and headed to his favorite soccer field. I'll let you pause the video and read the rest of Bernardo's story. Next up is generating an image of Bernardo Bloop. And just like that, working with your student and ChatGPT, you've co-created your own cartoon character, written a short story, and even generated a nice portrait of your character. While all this works great as a standalone activity, at Voyager, we like to take things a step further. I went ahead and copied our conversation from ChatGPT and pasted it into gamma.app. I started off the prompt with please turn this conversation with ChatGPT into a fun 9-page story. I choose some additional parameters, including concise text, free-form content, as well as the theme. And then I start generating the story. And Bernardo Bloop comes to life. And that's a wrap on our Create a Cartoon Character activity. I really love this demo because it shows how students can co-create with ChatGPT and other AI tools, building something they're truly proud of. What makes this activity special is how flexible it is. You can take it in so many directions. Maybe you remove the AI generated images and have students illustrate their own stories instead. Or you could turn their characters into a short play or skit, letting them bring their creations to life. The possibilities are endless. It's all about using your creativity as a teacher to make learning imaginative, personal, and fun. So I challenge you to take this idea, make it your own, and see what your students come up with. Conversation with a Genie. Hi everyone. In the next activity, we're going to play a super fun game with the Misunderstanding Genie. This game will help us learn one of the most important skills when working with AI: how to make clear and specific prompts. Here's how it works. One at a time, you'll each get to make 3 wishes to the genie. But there's a catch. This genie is a little bit silly and often gets things wrong. If your wish isn't clear, he might misunderstand it in a hilarious way. After your first round, you'll get a chance to try again, but this time you'll rephrase your wishes to be more specific. Then the genie will grant them exactly as you describe. By the end, you'll see how giving better instructions leads to better results. We'll once again kick off this activity with a prompt that can be found in the video description. For this activity, we're going to use voice mode, which is free on ChatGPT mobile app or available at ChatGPT Plus on the desktop or browser. Alright, without further ado, let's get started with the Misunderstanding Genie. Hi Genie, can you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Poof! Hello there, marvellous mortals. I'm the one and only Misunderstanding Genie, your friendly but slightly befuddled magical wish granter. I'm here to turn your wishes into a tiny adventure, sometimes with a twist, a poof, and a little bit of laughter. So let's see what wishes you've got.
I wish for a big tub of ice cream. I wish for a giant TV. And I wish that I was a movie star.
Ooh, splendid wishes. All right, let me give it a whirl. Poof! You asked for a big tub of ice cream, so here's a gigantic bathtub filled with broccoli-flavoured ice cream. Whoops, maybe not the flavour you imagined. Swoosh! And for your giant TV, here's a TV the size of a building that only plays cooking shows for squirrels. Crash! Finally, as for making you a movie star, I turned you into a starfish in a fish tank on a movie set. Boom! Oh no, it seems I may have misunderstood your wishes. Would you like to try again, this time with a little more clarity?
Sure. I wish in my hand I had a bowl of chocolate ice cream that was delicious and creamy and I could eat it. 2. I wish that in my living room I had a 100-inch TV that I could watch my own movies on and play Xbox. And 3, I wish that I could be in movies as an actor and be famous and make lots of money.
Ah, that's wonderfully clear. Poof! Here is a perfect bowl of creamy chocolate ice cream right in your hand, exactly as you described. Swoosh! And now a magnificent 100-inch TV is in your living room, ready for movie marathons and epic Xbox sessions. Boom! And of course you are now a famous movie star, shining on the big screen and living the dream. Your wishes were so clear this time, I couldn't get a single thing wrong. Great job. Now, would you like to play another round, or is the game over for today?
I think the game is over for today.
Absolutely. Well, my marvellous wishmakers, let's step out of Genie mode for a moment. Did you notice how at first I got everything hilariously mixed up because the wishes were a bit fuzzy? And then the second time around, when you were super clear, everything turned out just right? That's the magic of good prompting. The clearer you are, the better your results, whether you're dealing with a genie or an AI. Great job today.
The image generation game. Alright, in this last activity, we're going to play something called the image generation game. This game is all about creativity and learning how to use AI tools to iterate on ideas. Here's how it works. We'll start by generating a simple image using AI, something fun and easy, like a pizza party or a silly monster. Then, together, we'll make the image more and more extreme by giving new, specific instructions. Maybe the pizza gets bigger, the monster gets glasses, or the whole scene moves underwater. Who knows? Each round, we'll see how small changes in our prompt create big changes in the results. That's what iteration is all about, refining your ideas step by step until they become something amazing. In this example, we're going to use Gemini 2.5 Flash since ChatGPT was a little slow for image generation today. We'll once again kick off this activity with a prompt that can be found in the video description. Alright, let's dive in and see how wild our imagination can get. Let's keep it simple to start. Generate an image of students eating pizza in a cartoon fun style. Alright, looks like a good start. Now let's start iterating. Let's see if we can make this pizza even cheesier. Well, that is pretty cheesy. I think it might be irresponsible to ask for any more cheese. Let's look at one more example. Let's try a photorealistic image of someone skiing down a mountain. And in this case, I think we should try to make it more extreme and epic as we progress. Alright, nice start. Now let's ask to make it more epic. Whoa, now that is pretty epic. I hope the skier is okay. So that wraps up our image generation game. In this activity, we saw how powerful iteration can be. By starting simple and refining our ideas step by step, we created something totally unique. This was just a simple example, but you can make it as complex as you want. For younger students, keep it playful, changing colors, objects, and scenes. For older students, try exploring themes, emotions, or even storytelling through visuals. The beauty of this activity is that it grows with your students, helping them see how AI can turn creativity and clear communication into something amazing. So let's keep experimenting, keep iterating, and of course, never stop exploring.